Lovely, lovely people, a pleasant, good evening to you. So, beautiful people, a very interesting post I saw online earlier, and I came back, was just scrolling, and I saw it come up again, and I said, you know what? Let me vlog on it. It says East Portland MP links criticism of House Speaker to skin color. Wow. East Portland MP, and that is Isat Buchanan, the PNP is right. Isat Buchanan is suggesting that the color of Juliet Holness's skin is part of the reason for the criticism directed at the House Speaker over her application of Parliament's standing orders. Buchanan drew a contrast between Holness, a black woman, and two former House Speakers from the JLP, Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, and Delroy Chuck. Buchanan was speaking earlier this week on a podcast hosted by former president of the UWI Guild of Students, Perry Cummins. The first-term lawmaker asserted that while he's a team player, I guess a team player for the People's National Party, he will never be anyone's puppet. Wow. Wow. I don't know. One of the struggles that Jamaica continues to face is classism, I know. But there is another struggle, I call it, another curse, perhaps, is colorism. I've seen it firsthand. This is not a guess or a spell. This is reality. I've seen it myself. The darker your skin tone is, the more you're treated with disdain and disregard and disrespect. You're treated with almost hate. I remember coming across a TikTok post with a dark-skinned girl, nice-looking girl, dark-skinned. She's from one of the rural areas. And she was saying she was going on the road to do some business. She noticed while on the road, she saw a man cutting his eye at her and crossing over on the other side of the road. So she was puzzled, but when she looked, she saw a man of unsound mind. So she crossed over, thinking that maybe he would do her something. So the man say, "You want me KILLU?" And she's like, "What? You just say you're too black for up on the road. Why somebody who is as black as you is on the road? You should be DEAD. You don't have no shame." And mind you, she said the man was the same complexion as she is. This man has the same dark toned complexion. He's not even light skin or brown skin, as we would call it, or fair skinned. And I realized that it has affected us, the descendants of our ancestors. They have made black people hate the color black. If you notice movie, we have demonized black so much that if I were to come on here and have on black eyeshadow, black lipstick, a full black outfit, and maybe my nails are black and black jewelry, you would think that I'm either demonic or gothic or something of the sort. Because the devil has managed to trick us to think black and white versus darkness and light. So when we see black, we think of something evil and negative. When you watch those, I suppose, I don't really watch them, but when you watch these demonic movies, sometimes, you will see they have a black cat, somebody in a black hoodie, it's, to create this impression that once you see black means something negative. In fact, while I was growing up, I used to hear anything that is too black is not good. I used to hear it and believe it, and let me tell you, the enemy played upon the words. Every dark-skinned person, very dark, you come across, displayed bad behavior, bad attitude, and you said, "Oh my God, it seems as if the theory is right." It seems as if the theorem is right until I got older and came across very fair-skinned and light-skinned people who are horrible too. And I said to myself, it is not a color thing, it is a people thing. However, let me put this clause in. What may have happened to some people of a darker tone is that because they have been demonized so much and treated poorly, it has affected them. So sometimes they may react out of bitterness and resentment and malice and hate because of what people may have done to them If they were to tell you the verbal abuse, the psychological abuse, the mental abuse that they have been through, you would cry shame. The things that the people have said to them because of their complexion. The reality is we still live in a world, not just Jamaica, that despises dark skin. It is an unfortunate situation. And the Prime Minister's wife is not that dark. I've seen far darker toned complexion, you know, than she is. So we do have a problem with the color. I still see when you are of a fair-skinned, light-skinned, you're treated with a little bit more regard in general, not in every sphere, not necessarily in every situation. If you're perceived to be somebody with money, you know, it's even more so, like clockwork. So he may have a point to his argument. He said it's one of, he did not say it is a paramount, neither did he say it's the only reason. But he said that one of the reasons, because I remember reading the article which said that he was coming in defense of her, you know, because the comment made by the MP was just way out of line. And basically, it's a backhanded question, really a rhetorical question asked, or maybe one to be answered. If she were fair-skinned and had the European features, would she have been treated with such disdain? You know, and that's a very serious question, because when I observe our country in particular, I'm not going to talk about another country, I find that if you don't have clout, or if they assume you're not influential or you don't have money, and if you're black, we're all black, but you know what I mean. If you're, and I'm not talking about dark skin black, I'm talking about if you're of the black race, you are treated with the utmost disrespect by your own race, by your own people. I've seen it altogether well. I have seen it. This is not something that is out of thin air or something that I'm guessing and spelling. We treat our own with the utmost disrespect and disdain. When we look at our Syrian brothers and sisters, our Asian brothers and sisters, Chinese brothers and sisters, Japanese brothers and sisters, Indonesian brothers and sisters, Indian brothers and sisters, and white counterpart, or the white brothers and sisters, and see how they gel together generally, you know, how they know how to manage their conflicts well, how they pull together, help each other, you know, so they contribute to the world's wealth much greater than the blacks. It is just a little, it is somewhat under 2%, I suppose, of the world's wealth being in the hands of black people. I think one article said 1.5%. My God, just to hear the one, even if one, I mean, it is totally heart-wrenching. It is unbelievable. And for some reason, we can't seem to hurdle the effects of slavery. We really don't have the excuse, you know, because we know, we read, and whatever we had learned, we can unlearn and then relearn, but yet we choose not to. One of the most disrespectful set of people is your own black people. Sometimes you get a little bit more respect from those of other races or ethnic backgrounds, you know, because it's really one race, it is a human race. Different ethnicity perhaps would give us, not to say that they don't display their own racial prejudices, but sometimes when I look around and see how our own blacks, the black treat other black people, it is a crying shame and a crying disgrace. It is totally embarrassing. So, you know, I suppose Mr. Buchanan must have some reason as to why he would believe it has to do with her complexion. There can be truth to it, to be very honest with you people, and the fact that she's a woman. If you look at the historicity of how women were viewed, women weren't viewed as knowledgeable. They used to be viewed as idiots almost. So there could be truth to what he's saying. I kind of buy into it because I've seen it happening. Unfortunate. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lines and you can follow me on Instagram.